Well, it's 2 in the morning, and I'm trying to figure out, just the Eagles won. Great. Good for the conference. Eagles control their destiny. Number 1 seed. That's awesome. But wow, that offense just post bye week, that's what you put out there on the field in Green Bay. Wow. A lot to discuss here. Not much editing because I just kind of want to get through this event and be done. Tomorrow's another day. So let's get into it.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
All right. So the Eagles win 10-7. This is big for the conference. This is big in a lot of ways. There was weather conditions. It was a cold night. The field wasn't that great. The Eagles are coming off a bye. Maybe you're going to look a little slow. Maybe you're going to look a little sluggish, because you haven't played it a while. But this game has got to be ranked as probably one of the worst games in the Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts era. Okay. As bad as the 2023 Tampa Bay Buccaneers wild card game. That's how bad this team played. Okay. Your first series offensively going into this game was actually a pretty good series. They didn't score at the end, but they wasted about 8 minutes and 20 seconds, 8 minutes 30 seconds that entire drive, got to the other side. Jalen Hurts scrambles for a first down, but is on top of a Green Bay player while another Green Bay player popped the ball right out, punched it right out from his gut, and it was a fumble. And you normally don't see that a lot. And the Eagles just disappeared offensively. Green Bay was sitting on short routes. They had a loaded box, and the Eagles just played a consistent game. The Eagles literally went back to what they did 3 fucking weeks ago. At some point, you kicked the field goal, great, and then you didn't show up until the fourth quarter. I mean, we had to wait until pretty much the fourth quarter to really put any more points on the board, where you dumped it off to Saquon Barkley in wide open space with one blocker in front of him for a 40-yard reception, which was great. And then next play right after that, Devontae Smith, 50-50 ball, throw it deep right up in the air, and boom, caught that for a touchdown, which was absolutely amazing. But what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, why are we going backwards? Why are we back to what are we fucking doing? Loaded box, inside zone. I mean, you've been figured out this entire game. And by the fourth quarter, Saquon Barkley literally had enough. Goes to the sideline, is keeping the guy's mentality up. Great, good for him. But I could sense he was pissed off during this game. Offensive line, penalties, drive killers, on top of bad fucking play, and then quarterback play, and everybody playing worse around it. Just you can't go off sides, man. Jordan Mailata had a bad day. Lane Johnson, you fucking lost him in the game, and he came back like a fucking true soldier that he is. Finally, they were doing some play action pass, and it was just like, okay, some of it worked, some of it didn't. I mean, some of it was really awkward. I mean, Hurts looks like, he's missing Calcaterra on a deep bomb going downfield. I mean, there was just a lot of opportunities missed, and Green Bay's defense played well, but they weren't unstoppable. I mean, are we hitting the fucking reset button on learning how to run an offense again? I felt like we just went back in time. We just went into the Back to the Future movie, went back in time and kind of just put ourselves in that first game, the first game of the regular season again. And we're back to the learning curve of how to, do anything in this offense. Once this coordinator puts the players in the wrong once the coordinator has a bad game plan and goes back to his old playbook, it's going to affect the quarterback, and the quarterback is going to be affected by everybody else. That's just how it goes. Jalen Hurts didn't look mid. He looked fucking mediocre. He looked horrible in this game. Made a few passes, a few throws, but he looked like shit. And I'm not solely putting the blame on him because when he's on, he's on. These one-step look dropbacks that he does, and it just makes things so obvious in what they're doing. I mean, I can't even count how many times they ran that shit up the middle over and over and over for 2 yards, for 1 yard, for 3 yards. -2, -3. They didn't give the defense of Green Bay anything to worry about in this fucking game. They never fucking played off for that reason, and every time they put a fullback in, they were always running. I mean, they made things so fucking I like, I can't even explain it all. I mean, it was that it was so fucking hard to watch. If they're playing too close, you gotta throw mid-tier to deep. I mean, you have to make them worry about something else, so they can give you a different look, and then you can take advantage of those different looks that they're giving you. I mean, they're not even changing plays at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what happened to that. It's almost as if, "Oh, it's a loaded box, so let's just run it the way it is." Every 3rd and long, Shipley gets the ball every fucking time because they wanna just punt. That's they played conservative. They went back to their not being aggressive. They literally just wanted to waste clock and just go through the motions. And like you cannot win fucking games this way. I'm shocked they won this game. This is Devontae Smith's fucking year. It really is because we know that Dotson doesn't as rarely gets involved, but hey, they threw one to him to the sideline, which the fucking corner pretty much jumped the route pretty much. So thank God that wasn't close to being picked off. How many of those throws to the sideline that they do where Hurts drops back? He looks his first read to the sideline for the fucking receiver, throws it, it goes nowhere. And we're going back to Devontae Smith fucking screen passes, which I fucking hate that. I mean, God forbid something happens, he gets injured. Just use a tight end screen. Do something else with somebody else. Stop using Smitty on those. I don't know why they keep going back to that shit. I know AJ Brown after the game said, "Oh, they were heavily guarding him." Let me tell you something. There is something fucking up. I don't know what's going on between AJ Brown and the rest of this team, or is Patullo like doesn't fucking like him, or why Hurts isn't throwing to him. There was a couple times where they could have thrown to AJ when he was kind of open, and nothing happened. That 4th and 6 was probably one of the dumbest situations I've seen the Eagles play in my fucking life where, you may have not been in field goal range. Nick did say that the trajectory of the kick would have had to be a low kick, the wind, and I don't know, the analytics or whatever the fuck they were going for, not trusting Jake kicking a field goal there. I mean, you literally went for it on 4th and 6. You throw a fucking bomb. This is the shit from 2023 that I'm talking about. Remember, they would just throw to AJ Brown just to get that PI call? They literally threw that ball to AJ as throwing him a fucking bone to get a PI call, just to say that, oh, we threw a pass to AJ Brown. So we technically tried to get him involved. It is the biggest cop out fucking move, and it's the biggest disrespect towards that fucking player as well, which is fucking bullshit. What was AJ Brown targeted? 2 times, 3 times in the game? I mean, not much. I mean, you're telling me you couldn't even get him involved? I mean, all Devontae Smith and some Dallas Goddard and I mean, Saquon Barkley almost had a couple breakthrough rushes. One where Micah Parsons put his leg in front of Barkley as he was going through the hole. He probably would have scored a touchdown on that. There was a couple good runs, and there was a lot of bad runs. Just a lot of really fucking bad runs. Barkley can't escape from every fucking time. Barkley can't escape every time he gets to the line or before he gets to the line. There's fucking defenders sitting there pretty much waiting to hit him in the backfield. I mean, and the one time he actually jumped to the outside and went upfield for a good amount of yards, there was a fucking holding call on Brett Toth. Everybody looked off. The play calling was off, the quarterback was off, and everybody was off. The defense gives you a nice turnover. You finally have the ball back in your possession to waste some clock, and you don't even give a fuck what Green Bay's even giving you defensively with that loaded box. And you still just run a fucking regular handoff up the middle. I mean, you gotta remember, you still have to get a first down to at least end the fucking game and waste time. You think running the same play, you're just trying to drop clock down. Like there's no fucking smarts in there. There's no brain cells when you're doing that shit. Like I don't get how you just feel like you just run the same play over and over again and you're gonna waste time and you feel like that first down is just gonna be given to you. I mean, no, because these defenses are reading this shit, dude. Like, I don't know what's going on here. If that game had to go into fucking overtime, I don't even know if they've been able to survive because that defense was out of gas. That second half, they were out of gas. Green Bay was literally no huddle, no huddle, no huddle because they wanted to get the Eagles tired, and that's what they did. And this offense couldn't sustain any drives. They couldn't score more points. They couldn't give the defense a fucking rest for 2 seconds of this game. My stomach was in knots. My stomach was in literal knots. My stomach was in literal knots just watching the way we were playing last night. Really, I mean, I was like, wow, like they are actually still fucking doing this. Like they actually haven't learned a fucking thing at all. Green Bay's defense is all right. It's good, but the Eagles had so many advantages in this game, and they just made it way harder on themselves. They really shot themselves in the foot, and they got by with talent. They literally got by with talent in this game. That's it. Talent got you this win. Not play calling, not good coaching. Nah, just talent. 23. Just talent. And you're not going to survive a whole season like this. No. Shame on Nick. Shame on Patullo. I mean, is this going to be like a thing where they come off a bye, they look like shit, and then finally they're going to get their shit together next week? Well, I hope so. I hope that's going to be the case. I want to talk about the defense. Okay, going into this game, you had no Jacorian Bennett active for this game. Jair Alexander, they sat him out for this week. So they're not moving DeJean to the outside. They did a couple times, but you are down to Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson got the start. Did he play great? No. Did he play bad? No. I thought he made some good plays, gave up some bad ones. Not really a lot of bad big plays. It seemed like Green Bay really wanted to run the fucking ball on us a lot. We got to talk about Jordan Phillips, man. I mean, that move alone just helped us out tremendously. I mean, if you want to look at the statistics, I mean, look, 19.4% pressure rate, 1 fumble recovery, 1 forced fumble, 5 defensive stops, 8 pressures. I mean, it was a monster day. He's good against the run. He was a spy against Jordan Love. They put him as a spy. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was just a magnificent day for him. Just fantastic. 7 hurries. I mean, making everybody better. Jalix Hunt had a sack and a tackle for loss and had some pressures in this game. I thought Jalix Hunt is starting to peak. Like I said, the Vikings to the Giants and now in a deeper rotation, I think that he's going to benefit so much in the defense. Nolan Smith, first game back, didn't do a lot, but man, he had a sack in this game, which is really good. So I thought he did really well. Moro Jomo had a good pressure up the middle for, an incompletion to one of his wide receivers. I mean, I thought as a whole, this is something that they're just going to grow from one game to the next. And, Jalen Phillips just earned the teammates' respect, And even after the game, he was like, I've never been with a team with teammates on the field that were so fucking confident. He's not used to confidence throughout an entire game, even when the chips may seem to be falling. The positivity and confidence is still there, and he's never been around guys like that. So if Jalen Phillips keeps this up, I mean, we're gonna have a good problem on our hands at the end of the year. And definitely decisions to be fucking made. Could be a big re-sign candidate. So can't wait to see this continue, which is awesome. The offense can't get points, and they were off the field so damn quick that the defense had to take over once again. They were gassed, and they fought to the end. They fought right to the end of that damn game. And by the way, I thought Brandon Graham had a really good game, too. I mean, he had a couple pressures, and it's his first game back, you know what I mean? And he missed a tackle in the backfield. I could tell when the defense is tired, when Jalen Carter's got somebody wrapped up and he lets him go, and there's constant missed tackles. The guys were just flat out gassed. You know how you can find out when you have a good defense? When 2 times you have bad punts because you can't get it out of your own end zone or your own deep side of the field, and it's like a 30-yard fucking punt that gets to pretty much the 41-yard line on the other side. And we pretty much gave them half field. The defense came up and they made fucking stops once again. Cooper DeJean had a couple fucking holding calls that were complete bullshit. Quinyon Mitchell only gave up like 2 catches for, it wasn't much. It wasn't even over like 25 yards. I mean, he was phenomenal. He had a little bit of an injury scare earlier in the game. He got really nervous. I'm like, please God, let him be okay. But he was okay. I thought Reed Blankenship didn't do bad in this game either. Came up, made some tackles. I mean, the Jalen Phillips fumble, Reed Blankenship kind of helped on that, which was good. So he came down on another receiver and caused an incompletion, which was awesome. So I thought he made some good plays. I think it was the last series when they were backed up. I think it was the last series for Green Bay when they were backed up like on their 20, 22-yard line, something like that. And that crucial third down play where they threw to Christian Watson, middle of the field wide open. And Makuba is giving up these big plays sometimes. He's still learning. I mean, he still needs more games to play, but Makuba is struggling to, he's still giving up big plays here and there. So just got to get better. So Green Bay's answer to the Eagles defense having the type of players they have, especially on the defensive line, was running no huddle, get them tired, and then kind of take over the game from there, which they tried. Sometimes it did work. I mean, like the Eagles only gave up a fucking touchdown. I was almost sitting there disgusted. Even when the defense was giving up yards in the fourth quarter, like, how can I even be mad at them? This offense isn't doing a fucking thing. Like, how can I put all the pressure? How can I put that much energy and being pissed off into that entire defense by the way they fucking fought tonight? But at the end of the day, like, there's got to be a balance here. Like, I understand, like, it's a hard fought game, and we'll find out. We'll find out next week if this game was just a defensive game and, both defenses were just giving both offenses that much trouble, and the Eagles offensively just couldn't do anything in this game. We're going to find out when Detroit comes to Lincoln Financial Field next week, because I'm telling you right now, you're going to have bigger problems on your hands next week. I don't want to ruin anybody's party because I want to enjoy this win for another day. But guys, like, if that offense was the final product of what we were supposed to see, then I don't know what to tell you, because that was just, I'm almost embarrassed for the offense, the amount of talent that they have, and just what's going on. I can't believe I'm saying this, that they have a lot to fix. It's just, they should have played a little bit better. Look, I'm not saying that every series has to be perfection, and no, but they have to look somewhat little consistent. Even if they went up the field and wasted 4 or 5, 6 minutes going upfield, and maybe a couple mistakes happened, and then I could deal with that. Or if they had a bad first quarter and had a good second quarter, I could deal with that. But I mean, one series, disappear, kick a field goal, okay, and then fourth quarter you start doing things, but it's still, like, make it make sense. Calling specific plays on certain downs, what the defense is showing you, which you shouldn't be running those plays at all. And it's really fucking concerning. Well, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to be a negative Nancy. It's so hard for me to be like, oh, it's just one of those weeks for the Eagles that they just couldn't get anything going. Like, yeah, I don't know if I can really go that far. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. How do you feel about the offense? What is the problem? Why is AJ Brown literally being fucking blacklisted off this offense? Devontae Smith having a great day. The run game makes those. You guys let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. And how do you feel about this defense? I think that's one of the most exciting things, and where hopefully we'll get better at CB2 next week, because we'll have more reinforcements coming in for that position, and we probably, hopefully, won't be seeing Adoree Jackson or Keeley ever again at that position. Just let me know. Enjoy the win. Be respectful of others' opinions, because, we all want the same goal at the end of the day, but I think we can all agree offensively, like, they really shut the fuck down. Guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I will see you guys on the next one. Another win for the Philadelphia Eagles. You can say good opponent and a good conference win. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shakes, what up, Falls Live. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.